Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm super excited about today's DIYs. They came from some inspiration from another YouTuber and a couple from Pinterest, and so I was really excited to put my hand to it and see what I could come up with my own little style, my own little spin. So I hope that you are excited for that. Before I get started, I just wanted to mention though that this video is part of the Try It Tuesday challenge, which is a monthly challenge hosted by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs. I will have her channel along with the playlist linked down in the description box below, and the whole point is to get some inspiration from other creators and kind of put your own spin on everything. So that's what we're doing. I took the Christmas direction. I hope you all don't mind. I know some people think it's too early, but I want my DIYs done before I decorate so that I can decorate with them. So I'm getting going on them, so I hope that you're all right with that. Let's get started. So for this first project, I'm using this frame that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I think it was originally like $15.99, but I got it on clearance for just a couple of bucks. But you can use a frame or wall decor piece from Dollar Tree or something you picked up at a thrift store. It really doesn't matter. You'll see, you just kind of, it doesn't even have to be framed technically, but anything like this will do. And I just pulled off that clothespin and sanded that down to smooth it out. And we're going to tape off the frame because I wanted to keep that white. And we're going to paint the back part of this. And I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson. And I'm going to give this a couple of coats. I wanted a nice, thorough coverage of it. But obviously, once again, based on what you're using for the base of your project, what you're going to do is going to vary a little bit. Now, I got my inspiration for this idea on Pinterest, and I found it like a very long time ago. And I'm going to look to see if I can find another link, but as of right now, when I go to click on the link, there's nothing there. So I'm going to do my best to find a picture of my inspiration to link down in the description box for you. I didn't follow any instructions. I just had found the image and saved it, but now the link seems to not be working. So I'll see what I can do to remedy that, but I just don't know at the time of me doing this voiceover. So I have a couple packages of bells from the Dollar Tree. They have them in various sizes and colors. In this particular one, I think I only found them in the silver, but just do whatever colors and everything works for you. I'm sure you can find something like this at Hobby Lobby as well. But I am using some green paint, and I'm just using a stencil brush to stipple that on, and then kind of dabbing off some of it so that it's not a thick green coat. It's kind of like rustic green. I don't know if that's like a thing, but almost like how rust would look on it. You could also make these look rusty by using like brown paint. That would be cute too. Anyways, now that I've got them all, I'm just arranging them on as a Christmas tree. We're going to use some hot glue to attach them and just hold it, until it fully sets. Whenever you're using hot glue on metal, it can be a little finicky, but this worked just fine and it's holding up well. But I just used plenty of hot glue and held it really still until it's set. If you are not familiar with Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs, definitely check her out. She's very creative and I love her projects. I've been watching her for quite a while, and she hosts this challenge every month, and it's always so much fun to be a part of. So I've got a wood piece just from my stash that I think was originally from Dollar Tree. I glued that on for the stem, but then I didn't really like the wooded look, so I ended up painting it white but then brushing a lot of the paint off. You'll see it at the end. And then for the star on top of the tree, I didn't have any of these star stickers. There were some star stickers at some point from Dollar Tree, but I didn't have any left, so I took the white, or the snowflake, painted it white, and then sprinkled on some glitter that I had in my stash while it was still wet, and then we're just going to hot glue that on for our star on top of the tree, and then I will put some Mod Podge on top to just help keep that glitter from coming off. But you could use anything you want. I'm just trying to show you ideas, and I'm just using what's in my stash as well. Here it is all finished. I don't have like a staging area for my final shots, so I try to make it so that you can at least see everything well with good lighting. So anyways, I absolutely love how that one came out. So for this next one, I am using a canvas from the Dollar Tree. This comes in a 3-pack. These are the little ones. I think they might be like 4x6s. Now my inspiration piece also came from Pinterest, and I will link that for you below. And I think it was probably a much larger canvas, but I'm just kind of wanted to like experiment with a smaller one. I really kind of want to do more painting, like artistic painting. So I just wanted to start with something small. So that's what I did. So mine's not exactly the same, but definitely inspired by it, and I love how this one came out. So I'm covering this canvas with crimson, once again the crimson from Waverly chalk paint, and I'm painting the edges as well. And I do give this a couple coats, once again wanting a nice thick coverage. It only took like maybe 1.5 coats, just because the canvas was peeking through in a couple areas. So now I'm taking a fine tip paintbrush. I just did that little streak there just to kind of get a feel for how the paintbrush is going to go. And we're going to paint on a Christmas tree. Of course, you can do the color combos any way you want. The colors is very different than what was in the inspiration piece. But I'm just kind of taking my time. This is quite a bit sped up. But I was just kind of taking my time, trying to not overthink it and just do, smaller at the top, larger at the bottom. I didn't want too specific of like strokes because I wanted it to be natural like a Christmas tree. And so I just do everything at an angle and just kind of take my time. Sorry, my head pops in a lot during these because I was just, super focused. And just kind of kept going until I had, I don't know, the look that I wanted. I did let it dry because I was afraid of overdoing it and like messing it up. So at one point here, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to step back, and I will come back to this once it's dried and then kind of do it again. But I kept everything going in the strokes like at an angle like you would for a Christmas tree. So here I am coming back and just kind of fine tuning it and making some of those areas a little bit thicker, that you can still see the red through a little bit. This is way sped up, like I said, so take your time, but have fun with it. This was a lot of fun for me, and I really hope to do more painting in the future. So here it is, all finished. Well, the tree part's finished. And then I was like, oh, I probably should paint the edge white that's like near the tree, just so it looks, I don't know, that made sense to me. So this side and the bottom, I painted with the white. If you are new to my channel, perhaps because of this collab, welcome. My name is Leanne. I love sharing budget-friendly DIYs. I try to keep them simple and easy. So if you are enjoying this, please consider subscribing before you leave so you don't miss out on my future videos. So I guess I actually wasn't finished when I said I was just a second ago, but I'm just really just going and layering slowly but surely, but to not like overdo it and mess it up, and just kind of taking my time and making it, just going until I liked the finished product and how it looked. There's really no wrong way. The link that I have for you, I don't even know if there's instructions in it. I didn't follow instructions. I just used the picture as inspiration. All right, so now I was done with the tree. I let that dry, and I'm just using the back of a paintbrush, like the end, and taking various colors of paint and just making little dots for ornaments. I debated on just going with like gold and keeping it super like just red, white, and gold, which is really pretty. But I kind of went with some more bright colors. I'm thinking I'll use this on my tiered tray or somewhere in my kitchen. I'm not positive yet, but I tend to go with a little bit more like whimsical colorful type things in that space. So I just went with some different colors that I had in my paint stash. These are all plaid products. I love plaid products. I am a plaid ambassador, but I have had plaid products long before they sent me any paints to try out. So definitely recommend. They do Waverly and Apple Barrel. I keep wanting to say Cracker Barrel. But they do a lot of different brands that you're probably familiar with. Anyways, then I took some white stickers that I had. These are from Hobby Lobby that I picked up on clearance, but you could use any stickers you have, or you could stencil, freehand it, whatever you want. And I'm just putting on Noel. And then I'm going to just put a coat of Mod Podge, partially because the stickers weren't sticking super great on the painted canvas, but also I just like to do that because I feel like it helps seal in the paint so it doesn't chip off. And so we're just going to give a good coat of Mod Podge, which, by the way, that is also a plaid product, which I did not realize until I had done a little research into them. So there's a little fun fact. And then once my canvas is all dry, I took 2 tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree and I painted them white, hot glued them together, and then hot glued them to the back so that this would stand up. And I think this is really cute. This would be so pretty as a larger canvas. Maybe I'll try that next time, but just to get my hands on it, I wanted to start with something small. So for this next one, I have this little wooden piece. I think it might be called an ornament. I'm not sure. It's not like it's a seasonal item, but this is from the Dollar Tree in the Crafter's Square, and I'm just going to cut off the twine. I sanded it down a little bit to smooth down the edges, and then I'm using some of this, this isn't wood filler. I always get stumped of what I'm supposed to be calling this. It's from the Dollar Tree. I filled in the hole, and then once it dried, I sanded it down. Now I have antique wax from Waverly, but I'm trying to use up some paints that I have that are like almost gone. So I'm just watering down some brown paint. It's what I'm kind of doing there. And we're going to kind of do a faux stain on this wood piece. We're going to brush it on and wipe it off so it's all covered on all sides and has the look that I wanted. Now this was inspired by Bargain Bethany. Love her channel, absolutely love her channel, and her, she's great. But I will have her video linked below. But this was for a little tiered tray sign, and I don't think, I don't honestly remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. I don't remember if she did paper, but you could either easily Mod Podge, paint, stain, put anything you want on this. But when I saw her idea, I was like, oh, this would be a really great thing for a little, tiered tray sign for Christmas. So that's what I'm doing, but I will have her video with the original inspiration linked below. And now I am dry brushing on this with some white paint, and then I'm going to use this little felt gingerbread man from the Dollar Tree. I think that's from last year. They probably have it again this year. Once again, using my stash, and this white metallic pen from Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just writing on here, Baking Spirits Bright. And I am doing a couple layers of the writing on it because it kind of just wasn't as bright as I wanted it to be. Adding some little dots in the corner for just a little accent. And then I'm going to, it's a sticker, but I am going to hot glue on this little gingerbread man just to make sure that he's on there really good. But there are so many different things you could do. But just take the idea, of these little wood pieces are perfect size for tiered trays. You could easily do this as a two-sided sign as well. But I love how this little guy came out. Super cute. And like I said, I do like more whimsical stuff in my kitchen for Christmas. So I look forward to putting this out. All right, well, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. Also, if you are new here, I would love it if you would consider hitting that red subscribe button down below. If it is red, you haven't yet subscribed, and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos, because I've got lots more to come. Don't know if it'll all be Christmas between now and Christmas. I'm still kind of working out some of that, but I love creating fun home decor on a budget, super affordable, and try to make it as easy as possible for you. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget to check out all of the links down in the description box below, and thank you to Sammy for hosting this challenge. Once again, it's always so much fun to be a part of. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.